Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. D.V. Prasad from Indira Gandhi National Tribal University. Today we will discuss about the module Kinship, Descent and Alien Kinship terms from the paper Social Cultural Anthropology. Let us see what we are going to study in this module. To know about various aspects of kinship, to understand the web of relationship in terms of descent and aliens, and to compare different societies on the basis of kinship. Kinship can be defined as a network which encompasses all relations of consanguinity and marriage alliance. Kinship is social recognition of the bonds a person share his blood relatives and those who are related through marriage ties. Such related people are called as kins. Robin Fox has defined kinship in evolutionary perspective. According to him, kinship was an adaptation in human evolution. In ancient times, when there were no technology or it was poorly developed, humans had to rely on human labor for their survival. For this purpose, they formed groups, and these groups were formed on the basis of kinship. Kinship recognized the facts of blood and the facts of marriage. These two concepts from the very basis of human lives. Recognition of these facts has been done through the institution of kinship, and kinship studies helps us to compare the blood ties and marriage ties. Kinship has been an important part of human societies, and kinship is an important principle of group formation. In traditional societies where there is gather greater humanization and resources are scarce, groups are formed on the basis of kinship. In such societies, these pre-industrial societies have been main focus of the study of anthropologists since long time. In these societies, kinship act as an organizing principle. The non-Western societies have greater diversity in kinship structure, and anthropologists, by studying this diversity, can arrive at a comparative account. Kinship determines the social status of an individual in these societies, and groups are related to each other through means of kinship. That is, one group is wife giver, the other is wife taker, and the social position of wife giver is always higher. Kinship also provides a boundary and a bridge between humans and non human primate order. Thus, we see that kinship is very central to the inquiry of anthropology and an important field of study in anthropology. Types of kins. There are two types of kins, affinal kins and consanguineal kins. Affinal kins, those who are related through the bonds of marriage, are known as affinal kins or affines. These kins are not related through blood, whereas consanguineal kins, those who are related through the bonds of blood, are known as consanguineal kins or consanguines or blood relatives. Again, the consanguineal kins may be divided into three types. They are lineal, siblings, or collateral kins. Universal principles of kinship. Robin Fox gave four fundamental principles of kinship that are applied universally. These principles are as follows. They are: number one, women bear children. Men impregnate them. Incest is tabooed. Men exercise control over property. Genealogy. Genealogy can be described as the study of family and lineages. With the help of genealogy, the ancestors of an individual can be traced. WHR reverse tried to demonstrate the genealogical method of anthropological inquiry. Genealogical studies reveal the principles of social organization in a community. There are some abbreviations used for different relatives studied through genealogy are as follows. Abbreviations and symbols used in genealogy. In genealogy, F stands for father, M stands for mother, B stands for brother, and here Z stands for sister. S stands for son, D stands for daughter, H stands for husband, W stands for wife, C stands for 8. Further, kinship genealogy can be shown through different symbols. Triangle represents male, circle represents female, equal to marriage, equal to slash divorce, horizontal line sexual relation, vertical line descent, sibling ties, and deceased persons. Descent. Descent is a connection between an individual and his or her ancestors. For a group of individuals whose genealogy is same can be traced to a common ancestor, and hence they are said to be linked through a common descent. In anthropological terminology, descent can be referred as the connection of an individual with one or both parents. In many societies, descent is the basis of group formation. Descents have social, political, economical, and ritual value. Descent is a cultural rule which exhibits huge diversity but still has a common truth of recognition of blood relations. Types of descent. Depending upon whether one or both parents are traced or the structural composition, descent is of two types: unilineal descent groups and cognatic descent groups. Again, the unilinear descent group is divided into three parts. First one is patrilineal descent, second one matrilineal descent, third one is double descent. When it comes to cognatic descent group, again which is divided into two parts. One is ego focused group, second one is ancestor focused group. Unilineal descent group, when either the father line or the mother line is traced for genealogical connection, then the rule is known as unilineal principle of descent. In such case, only one parental line is taken into account and the other is ignored. Unilinear descent groups are mainly found in those societies where resources are plenty and are able to fulfill the needs of all members. Unilinear descent groups are corporate groups and act like corporations. These groups have well-defined body and membership of every individual is fixed. And these groups have certain political, ritual functions and act as the building blocks of a society. Types of unilineal descent groups on the basis of whether the maternal line is traced. This unilineal descent group can be classified as follows. Number 1, matrilineal. Number 2, patrilineal. Number 3, double descent. Matrilineal descent, when an individual traces his or her ancestry through maternal lines only. The descent is known as matrilineal. In a matrilineal society, every person belongs to the lineage of his mother. Women are treated with very great degree of freedom. Example, American Indian and Australian people, the Bantu people of Central Africa, the Akans of Ghana, etc. Different types of residence in matrilineal descent. In matrilineal societies, when the universal principles of kinship are considered, the problem arises with third and fourth principle. This problem is reduced by two factors, that is residence and property. Residence is an important not only for the property but for consanguinity also. So it is important that spouses stay closer and managers of property stay close to it. Thus, by combining resident and descent, 4 solutions come up in order to solve the problem of matrilineality, and they are mainly natolocal, matrilocal, avunculocal, dispersing all. In natolocal, all members are kept together and residence group includes brother, sister and sister's children. The sister has visiting husbands. For example, Nayars of Malabar coast. Matrilocal, males are dispersed and only females are kept. This can also be described as a residence of couple with or close to the wife's family. Example, Yao of Malawi. Avunculocal, a man and his wife take up the residence with the man's maternal uncle. Example, Trobriand Islanders. Dispersing all, in this type of residence pattern, all members are dispersed. It is mainly found in those societies which live in compact settlement. Villages are very near to each other. Example, Mexican communities. Patrilineal descent, when an individual traces his or her descent through male lines only. It is called as patrilineal or the patrilineal rule of descent. This is also referred as agnatic descent. Example, the classical Romans, the Chinese, the cattle owning people of Eastern and Southern Africa. Patrilineal has a neat arrangement of combining the descent with residence, and there is no problem as far as the 4 universal principles of kinship are concerned. Depending upon the location of women in a patrilineal system, it can follow 2 types. Double descent. Both patrilineages and matrilineages exist within a society for different purposes. Members can be part of matrilineage for some purpose and of patrilineage for some other purpose. In such societies, usually the immovable property is associated with patrilineage and the movable property is to matrilineage. For example, the Ako of Nigeria. Cognatic descent group. When both paternal and maternal lines are traced for establishing the genealogical connections, such descent is known as cognatic descent group. An individual is potentially a member of all existing descent groups. These descent groups are characteristic of those societies where natural resources are scarce and property is less. In such a case, human labor is more important, and in order to survive, the population has to be rearranged. So, when one group goes economically down, members shift to another group. Types of cognitive groups. Cognitive descent as a social organizing principle leads to group formation, and the groups are formed using this principle are two types. Number one, ego focused groups. Number two, ancestor focused groups. In ego focused groups, there are groups where cognitive kin groups are formed on the basis of ego's relationship with his or her cousins up to second degree. For example, in Zulu community in Africa, the groups formed are known as kindred. When the ego is linked to his cousins up to second degree through paternal and maternal side. When comes to ancestor focused groups, here the cognitive principle has been used in three different ways, leading to the formation of different types of group formation. Number one, unrestricted cognitive descent group. Number two, restricted cognitive descent group. Number three, pragmatically restricted cognitive descent group. Alliance. Alliance is the concept of joining people together into an activity. In human societies, people are joined together by means of marriage. The marriage between two groups is accomplished by the means of exchange of women. Different societies have different rules of marriage which are to be followed by its members. There are several ways of marriage exchanges that differs from society to society. There is one theory which talks about the general methods of exchange. This theory is known as the alliance theory, which has its origins in Claude Lévi-Strauss' elementary structure of kinship. Incest taboo is one reason that has given rise to exogamy. Lévi-Strauss talked of mainly two models of marriage exchange, elementary and complex. Elementary structure. It talks about the positive marriage rules that accounts for whom should a person marry. The marriageable category is defined by the kin status. The elementary structure talks about mainly two exchanges. Number one, restricted exchange. This exchange takes place between two groups. For example, one group is wife giver and the other is wife taker. The exchange of women takes place between these two groups only. Generalized exchange. It involves various groups and the exchange takes place in a circular fashion. Complex structure. It talks about the negative marriage rules. Here the choice of marriage partner is based on non-kin criteria. The positive and negative rules of marriage can be understood in Indian context. In North India, the marriage rules can be called as negative rules, as there is prohibition on marrying cousin up to several degrees. One cannot marry a person up to 7 degrees on father's side and up to 5 degrees on mother's side. Clan exogamy and hypergamy is practiced. One has to avoid his own gotra also while marrying. So these rules are negative rules of marriage. While in southern India, the rules of marriage are positive, as one can marry his elder sister's daughter. He can also marry his father's sister's daughter. Here the family which takes a daughter return back a daughter to the former. Kinship terminology. Kin terms are the labels used to refer and address various kins and affines. Morgan was the first one to observe that kinship terminology could serve as a basis of classification. In different systems, the kin terms differ drastically. In some social systems, all the men of parental generation on both father's and mother's side are brought under the same kin term, while in other systems there are different terms for father's brother and mother's brother. The kinship terms for descent differ significantly from those of kinship terms used for affines. The basic kinship terms are of two types. Number one, terms of reference. It is more formal term used to denote a person. For example, the term mother, father are terms of reference. Then number two, terms of address. This is the term used while talking to the kin. This differs from place to place. For example, the terms ma, papa are terms of address in Indian context. Then comes to classification of kinship terms. L.H. Morgan, 1871, on the basis of his observation in North American Indian societies, mainly talked about two systems of terminology, such as classificatory system. According to this system, a single term is used for calling more than one type of kin. Normally, the similarity in age, group, sex, and same generation is the basis for this categorization. In some societies, those kins have the same status and position are called out by the same kin term. Classificatory kinship terminology places lineal and collateral kins into the same category. Descriptive system. In this system, every kin is designated by a different kin terms. Separate terms are used to refer different kins. It distinguishes between lineal and collateral kins. For example, in English societies, the term brother and sister are descriptive, as they are used to refer to the sons and daughters of one's parent only. But in North India, the term boy and bahen is used to refer to the son and daughter of one's parents and also for cross and parallel cousins. The term uncle and auntie are also comes under classificatory terms. L.H. Morgan, being an evolutionist, saw the system of classification in evolutionary perspective. He considered classification system to be the characteristic of a simple societies, which are less differentiated, while descriptive terminology to be a feature of more advanced and modern societies. But this idea is not very absolute as even in modern Western societies. The classificatory terms like uncle, aunt, brother in law, and sister in law are also used. WHR reverse. He talked about the significance of kinship terms. He accounted that kinship terms are came into existence with some marriage practices. Today, even if those cultural practices have vanished, the kinship terms associated with them still exist. So by studying kinship terms, we can trace those marriage customs and practices. This can be proved a significant finding in case of simple societies which generally lack written records of past. Kroeber related kinship terms with the language spoken by any society. His idea said that kinship terms are just a method to distinguish various kins. Ratley Brown also emphasized upon the studies of kinship and kinship terminology after he edited a collection of African kinship studies. According to him, kinship terminology can be used as a key to unlock social structure. In simple societies, kinship is the basis of social organization and is associated with a particular kinship terms. Thus, by studying the kinship system and terminology of a society, its social structure can be understood. Radcliffe Brown emphasized on the study of kinship functionally. G.P. Murdoch's classification. There is another classification of kinship terminology given by G.P. Murdoch 1949. He took Ego's generation as the basis of his classification and gave ethnical geographical labels to it. He classified kinship terms in 6 categories as follows. Number 1, Hawaiian terminology. Number 2, Eskimos terminology. Number 3, Sudanese terminology. Number 4, Iroquois terminology. Number 5, Crow terminology. Number 6, Omaha terminology. Hawaiian terminology. This distinguishes only between sex and generation. In this system, siblings and cousins are classified alike by one or two terms distinguished by sex. There is no distinction between direct and collateral relations. The members on both the father's and mother's side are considered more or less equally. It does not distinguish between cross and parallel relatives. This terminology is very classificatory in nature. For example, Hawaiian terminology can be observed in Hawaiian Polynesians. In North India, siblings are denoted as bhai, didi. Eskimos terminology. It has both classificatory and descriptive terms. It provides different terms for nuclear family members. It also distinguishes between lineal and collateral relatives. The lineal relatives have descriptive terms, while the collateral relatives have classificatory terms. It also differentiated between siblings and cousins, but all types of cousins are put together in one category. The English language kinship terms come under this category. For example, Eskimo terminology is used in Euro Americans as well as by some food sharing societies like Inuits, Eskimos. It is generally found in bilateral societies where the dominant kin group is kindred. Sudanese terminology. This system provides different labels to each genealogical position. It is very descriptive in nature. Siblings are differentiated from cousins. For example, in North Indian families, Ego's parental generation has different name. Father's elder brother, Tau. Father's elder brother's wife, Tai. Father's younger brother, Chacha. Iroquois terminology. It distinguishes between cross and parallel relatives. Father and father's brother are referred by same term, and mother and mother's sister are referred by the same term. Father's sister and mother's brothers are given different terms. In one generation, the brothers, sisters, and parallel cousins are placed into same kin term. This might be due to fact that father and father's brother are placed into same category. So is the case with mother and mother's sister. Cross cousins are referred by different terms, sometimes designated as spouses. Example, it is widespread in rural Chinese societies. Crow terminology. In this system, relatives on father's side have more classificatory terms, while on mother's side have more descriptive terms. In this system, members belong to father's matrilineage are put under the same kin term. For example, father's sister and father's sister's daughter are called by the same term. Omaha terminology. This system can be understood as a reverse of Crow terminology. Here the relatives on mother's side have more classificatory terms, while on the father's side have more descriptive terms. In this system, members belonging to mother's patrilineage are put under the same kin term. For example, the tribe of Sumi Naga. Nagaland, mother's brother and mother's brother's son are put under the same kin term, that is Ingu. Let's summarize this module. Kinship is the social recognition of the bonds a person shares with his blood relatives and affinal relatives. Kinship recognizes the facts of blood and facts of marriage. Kinship acts as a basis for social groups forming principle. The status and identity is transmitted by the means of kinship relations. The kinship is based on two main types of bonds, that is, descent and affinal ties. There are several people like mother in law, father in law, husband wife who are linked through the bonds of marriage. They are known as affinal relatives or affines, while those are linked to us through blood relations are known as consanguines or consanguinal relatives. The descent, which determines an individual's relationship with his or her ancestors, varies considerably depending upon whether the ancestor is traced through maternal line, that is matrilineal, paternal line, that is patrilineal, or by both cognatic descent. Several marriage exchanges, that is alliance, takes place in human society which lead to the formation of social bonds between different groups. Kinship terms used to address the kins differ dramatically from place to place. Various classifications have been given to understand various types of kinship terms. Kinship terms have been proved to trace marriage practices and customs and are an important phenomena in anthropology. Thank you.